I have come to a conclusion about my life right now. So I have been in shambles like these past couple weeks. So I have a bullet journal now. It's like this. It says believe in yourself. It's so cute. I got it off Amazon. It's like $6 and I really love it. I've just like put so much like good stuff in here, things I want to remember, and just like it's just a really nice place to kind of organize the chaos of my life and the chaos in my mind and just like dump it all in here. One of the pages that I have is called Lessons from God, and one of my goals that I have for this year is to grow and strengthen my relationship with God. So that is something that's really important to me. I feel like when I went, okay, I'm actually gonna be like straight up. So I go to a Jesuit university and I was raised Catholic, and that's always just been like a really big part of my life, and definitely in high school my faith just really grew, and thankfully that transferred pretty well into college. I actually found myself getting even closer to God in college. Yeah, going to mass and finding like other kids my age that, you know, also share the faith. But then winter break happened and I kind of felt like all of that was just thrown away. It was just weird because I was at home and I felt far away from God. Like I just didn't feel as close with him anymore. Like that closeness was just gone. And I was really confused. I didn't understand why. You know, I know that I like had switched to a completely different environment. You know, like in college I'm around a ton of kids my age, and it's just a very different environment. You know, college is such a different environment from then being at home. You know, I knew that was a huge change, but a relationship with God I feel is kind of like an internal thing. So it's like, okay, just because I am changing environments, why would that change? That's kind of my thought process, but it really did. Yeah, winter break, that was something I was really struggling with. I just did not feel as close to God, and so when I came back I knew that I wanted to get that relationship back, get that closeness back, and so slowly but surely I have been working on that. But today I kind of really realized that with this whole schedule thing and being resistant to change and all these bad habits and everything, that I wasn't really asking I wasn't really asking God for help with that I just kind of was like thinking that I could do it all by myself. But now I'm realizing like I need to actually like work with God, ask God to help me, you know, adjust to this different schedule and to develop better habits that work with the schedule and that allow me to still have time for myself and still have time to hang out with friends, but also get my work done. But yeah, so okay, one of the things I wrote under Lessons from God is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your paths. So what I think that I need to do is alter my lifestyle right now to be more centered on God and just praying to him, being more mindful, being more intentional. And one way that I just like, I don't know, I'm just envisioning like could be really nice, like a really nice start to my day, starting my day with prayer. I went to this Catholic like summer camp like summer of freshman year, and one of the things that they had us do was every morning after like breakfast we would do 20 minutes of just praying. And it was really beautiful because it was just like a silent time and we would be outside, and it was just a time that we had to have with God. I just remember really liking that, and that starting my day off with that, like talking to God and just kind of like being in this peaceful mindset really helped me to kind of know what I was doing for the day and enjoy my day a lot more. So ever since that, like that's always been a goal of mine to like pray every morning, to pray every night, like, but I always forget. I always don't show up. Like I'm gonna admit it, like just say, oh, I don't have the time. Well, I have the time to go on my phone every day. I have the time to check my phone every time I go to bed. I have the time to check my phone the first thing when I wake up. So why don't I have the time to pray to God first thing when I wake up, or pray to God right before I go to sleep? Right? It's kind of funny, like the excuses that you make, even though it's not really funny. Don't make excuses. And I really think that this is gonna change my entire life. Like, I hope it does. I mean, I have to put in the work too, but I'm really hoping that like just showing up and taking that extra time and like starting my day off more intentional will help me to become more intentional throughout my day. So I'm like really excited. Like I just am like, oh my gosh, imagine envisioning me waking up at 8:30, not tired, and then just praying. Like I know I sound crazy right now, but I don't know, it just sounds like so peaceful and like I have my life together, and I want that. Like who doesn't want that, right? I've talked so much, but this is the video for this week. This is Just Create episode 3. Last week I told you like I am in shambles. Like I just have not been able to juggle things, but also as the unfortunately late Virgil Abloh said once, as I quote from Ablohisms by Virgil Abloh, edited by Larry Walsh. This book is really cool. It's just a bunch of quotes by Virgil Abloh. Super cool artist. I really like this book. He just has such a cool perspective on life and really good wise words of wisdom. But I'm gonna end this video with this quote that I really like. Okay, so it says, "Being too consistent is a sham. It's a fairy tale. It's not real. Human beings are naturally at odds with themselves. We say one thing, we feel and do something else. Understanding that has been super liberating." That's my little excuse for not posting last week or whatever. We're not perfect, and that's 100% okay, and like consistency is important, and like, you know, I can't be using this as an excuse like every single, you know, for everything or whatever, but in the long run it is true. Like, I just love the part where he's like, we're naturally at odds with ourselves. Like, there's just mental wars going on. Like, I love how I'm smiling throughout this, but it's so true. Like, there's just mental wars going on inside of our heads. We're constantly battling fears and insecurities and just all these doubts and everything, but also trying to be like confident and successful and working hard and all these things. And I also love the part where he's like, we say one thing and we feel and do something else. You know, like, there's another quote by him that I'll just kind of paraphrase about, like, you know, humans contradict themselves all the time. It's annoying, obviously, but it's just such a human thing to do. That being said, we're not perfect, and I don't know, sometimes I think you kind of have to accept that, you know, and just try best every day. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope you got something from this. I don't know. I don't really, this was just a word vomit, but felt really good. I have to actually do homework now, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Bye. What?